Hello guys, welcome back here at Gaming Boulevard on YouTube. We're still here at Gamescom and today we went to the Xbox booth, played some of the upcoming games such as Gears of War 4. So as you can see in the video, we weren't allowed to direct capture the gameplay, so it's off screen, but we did play a new campaign mode, as you can see right now. The campaign was set in a deserted cemetery slash church where we had to fight the new enemies called Juvies. So the Juvies are very different from the Locusts. They are really fast, slimy, and you can't really predict them. So where the other Gears of War games were heavy cover-based shooters, this Gears of War 4 pushes you out of the cover thanks to those Juvies. The enemies are really too fast for you to stay in the cover. So what happens, I played it like I played Gears of War 3 for example. I stayed a lot in the cover, meaning that the Juvies got their claws on me multiple times, so I had to change my strategy and run from cover to cover, even leave my cover behind, take my shotgun and kill those Juvies. So it's a completely different vibe, this Gears of War 4. It's a lot faster. It's not as much cover based as the Gears of War franchise is known for. As you can see now there on the back of the screen, there are a lot of enemies running around at once and they really come at you at high speed. So the player right now isn't using cover, which is kind of strange for a Gears of War game. Aside of that, the game looks fantastic. So this is one of the new campaign missions. It wasn't shown on E3, so it's the first time that we can play this new campaign. And it's very promising for the rest of the game. So you're not playing as Marcus Phoenix this time, you're playing with another squadron. But you will meet Marcus later on in the game. We saw that in trailers. So Marcus is old now and the world is being threatened by this new enemy, the Juvies. Now what's really interesting about these enemies is that they evolve. So they start off as you can see now, as really primitive creatures that only want your blood, only don't have really a plan, so they just come at you, try to kill you. There's no real strategy behind them. Later on in the demo we learned that they evolve. So there's a particular slime in the game, and if they enter it, they get smarter. They grab weapons, they start using cover, and when they do that, you get thrown back to the old Gears of War. So when the enemies are using guns and cover, it feels more like the Gears of War we know from the past. So it's an interesting twist to the franchise. So it's not that typical slow shooter. It's a bit of both. So you have the really action-packed, fast-paced shooter thanks to the primitive Juvies. But once they evolve and use weapons, you get that traditional Gears of War feeling back. Besides that, the cinematics are gorgeous. They really are amazing. Also look at the colors, as you can see right now. So the colors are really bright, as you can see here. A lot of details went into the environment, so you can see the rain, the particles all running around, floating around in the air. It's amazing. Does it feel like a new Gears of War? Yeah, it kind of takes a different approach. So if you're used to Gears of War, this might feel a little strange at first, but it's something I think every Gears of War fan will get used to. It's more fast-paced, the action is really in your face this time, and you really need to change your strategies. Working together with your team wasn't that necessary in this particular mission, but this is one of the first missions, so I'm guessing the difficulty will get a lot higher and you really need to work together with your team again. But for this mission, it wasn't that important. All in all, this Gears of War 4 is really shaping up to be another great adventure, and it's nice to see some innovations in the franchise. So it's nice to finally see a different enemy, a very interesting enemy. We're guessing that the evolutions will go further than this one. Now you can see on the screen one of those evolutions. So this is a Juvie evolving in a weapon-carrying Juvie. So we're guessing there will be more of those in the future, and I think Gears of War 4 will be one of the games you will definitely need to play this holiday season.